Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Mark, for spending some time with us. And for those of us who don't really know who you are, would you mind just briefly introducing yourself to us?
I'm Mark Lancaster. I'm the Member of Parliament for North East Milton Keynes. I was elected to be the MP in 2005. Before that, I ran a family firework company based nearby here in Milton Keynes. And before that, I was a soldier in the army.
Soldier?
Yes, I was a soldier. I joined the army from school. I joined the Gurkhas and served in Hong Kong and places like that. And I've continued to serve in the TA ever since.
Because I understand you actually were on active duty in Afghanistan for some time.
Yes, in 2006, whilst I was a Member of Parliament, I volunteered to go and serve in Afghanistan. I'm a bomb disposal officer in the army, and that was the third time I'd been on active duty. I'd served in Kosovo and Bosnia before that, so I've done my bit, certainly, yes.
So you're quite a bit of a brave man then?
Oh, I'm not sure I'm a particularly brave man.
Bomb disposal, you're not that bad.
Well, bomb disposal, it's in the blood. When you run a firework company,
right.
And you have a slightly eccentric vicar as a father, who's affectionately known as the Master Blaster Pastor, well, I suppose you're going to have strange ideas, aren't you? So yes, bomb disposal.
I said, and then actually, before you talk about that, I was going to ask you, so you had a father who was a vicar.
Yeah.
And you were involved in fireworks, and then served in the army. How does that all link up to your politics? How did you get involved in politics?
Well, I think two reasons, really. I have no political background, really, at all. But I used to watch Question Time on a Thursday night, and I used to sit there looking at all these politicians on telly, and I used to just shout at the telly, "Answer the question. Please answer the question." And my father said to me, "Why don't you stop shouting at the telly and go and do something about it?" And I said, "OK, I'm going to be a Member of Parliament." And my father sort of said, "You'll never be a Member of Parliament." So, like any child, I suppose, or any kid, I mean, when your father tells you that you probably won't be able to do something, you're absolutely determined to do it. So, 10 years later, here I am, a Member of Parliament.
And how long ago was this?
That was in about sort of 1999, so it took 6 or 7 years to get elected to Parliament. Long, hard work, but good fun. And then finally I was in 2005.
So what kind of things did you have to do to prepare yourself over those years to finally becoming an MP?
Well, one of the first things you have to do, I suppose, is join a political party. And I must say, to me, it wasn't an automatic choice to join the Conservative Party. I mean, my family have voted all sorts of things over the years. And I confess, probably the first time I voted, I didn't actually vote Conservative. But having thought about it and thought through party policy and thought about the sort of person I was and where I wanted my country to go, I decided that probably the best fit with my beliefs was to join the Conservative Party, and certainly under David Cameron, I think it's a marvellous party.
Yes, absolutely. Now, how did your upbringing? Because I think it's very important that we let our viewers know how your upbringing and your background has actually ended up shaping your politics.
Well, I think really that I'm a firm believer in community. I'm a firm believer that people working together can achieve a lot more than the individual. But underlying it all, you've got to have individuals who are driven, who are enthusiastic, who want to try and make a difference. And I think by combining those two, you can actually achieve almost anything you want to do in the world. And certainly, I think when individuals work together as a community, we can achieve a lot more together. And that's really why I ended up sort of firmly believing in the Conservative beliefs and ended up as a Conservative.
Brilliant. Okay.